Hey everyone, how's it going? Five Finger Shuffle back here with another video. And today we are doing the top five 4-star champions in Dungeon Hunter Champions. So I've been meaning to put this video out for a while. First I had some computer problems, and then I've been trying to decide how I wanted to do this list. Basically, when I do this list, it's a collection of all the top 4-star light dark champs, which isn't really the intention of the list. It's supposed to help you guys out in terms of what 4 stars that are attainable will help you out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through my regular list, so my top 5 4 stars, and then I will give you a top 5 4 stars that does not include any light or dark champions. That way you guys kind of have an idea of which list you want to use. Before I jump into it though, I do want to mention we are doing No Shave November. If you haven't seen any of my videos or streams recently, we are collecting donations for that right now. All you have to do is jump over to Twitch at twitch.tv/fivefingershuffle and scroll down. There's a big red donation button right underneath the video screen. Just click on that and follow the instructions, and the money from that will be going to charity to help raise awareness for cancer research. So enough of that. Let's just jump right into this list. The first list is going to be the one that includes the light dark champions, and the only honorable mention I'm going to put on here, because the others are on the other list. The honorable mention is Harlow. So Harlow is the dark pirate. Where is he? There he is. There's Harlow. Harlow the Dark Pirate. You guys know I am not a big fan of the pirates. I actually put out a test video of the pirates, and a lot of you guys did not like that video. But that's okay. Everyone's entitled to their own opinion. I'm sure if a lot of other people made this list, maybe potentially he would be on the list. I would still love a Harlow, but there's just other units I would prefer over him. So let's jump into the actual list now. Coming in at number 5 is this girl, Zip. I would absolutely love her. She is an amazing speed-based damage dealer. She does incredible damage. She blocks buffs, silences, and ignores shields as well. Mainly though, she'll pair really well with Rhoda, and if you want to run some Steel Widow 10 speed teams or any really dungeon speed teams, she's the way to go, especially being element neutral. You can use her against any other element as well, and really strong in co-op. So that's why I want her. Probably one of my most wanted units in the game. Definitely one of the top 3 in terms of light darks. So coming in at number 4 is the only 4-star champion or above in the entire game that provides immunity. While we try and find him, why don't you guys guess what it is? There he is. Camille. I'm very fortunate to have one of these guys. Like I said, he is the only 4-star or above unit that can provide immunity, for team immunity, for the entire team in the game. And he has a defense break, and he has a stun. He has a great kit all around. I've been using him on my arena defense a lot. Recently with the pirate meta, I haven't been using him as much. Or sorry, not the pirate meta. The vampire meta, I haven't been using him as much, but he's still an incredible unit. I do use him on my arena offense as well. Coming in at number 3 is one of everybody's favorite champions. So no surprise to see on this list, and one of everybody's most wanted, Chancia, the Dark Snake Lady. So everybody knows how good the Snake Ladies are early game, but this one, on top of doing the ongoing damage after using any skill, she will also add 3 stacks of ongoing damage on top of that with her ultimate. And when she's skilled up, it doesn't have a super long cooldown either. Excuse me. So everybody knows for dungeons how amazing she is. Unfortunately, she kind of wears off a little bit late game, because you can't use ongoing damage as easily in Ascended floors. But with the upcoming patch, which is update 4, which is just around the corner, for those of you that don't know, Gameloft is actually having a community stream on, I believe it's the 22nd? Yeah, Thursday, November 22nd, which is Thanksgiving in the United States. They are having a community stream to talk about the Guild Wars update, which is upcoming. So we should find out more information about that. But as it pertains to her, they are buffing Steel Widow 10 to make it a little bit harder. But on top of that, they're removing 4-star gear. So if you want to run Steel Widow 10 and without 4-star gear, then she's going to be even better than she was before, because people will be going back to Steel Widow 10 instead of doing Ascended floors. Because now there's really, as it stands now, there's at least no reason really to do Ascended floors, because the only reason you do Ascended floors is because there's no 4-star gear. So without the 4-star gear in level 10, I would imagine that most people will be doing level 10 unless they also buff the drop rates of Widow 11, but we'll have to see about that. Anyway, coming in at number 2 is the highest one on the list that I do not have. Also a light dark. Where are you? There he is. Sharma. So everybody, as I'm sure you guys know by now, for Steel Widow 11 teams, everybody has to have a Vimal, which is the Fire Timekeeper. The only way around it really is if you have a Sharma. Unfortunately, I don't have him, so I'm using Vimal. Basically the same unit, except he also adds a crap ton of ongoing damage as well, which the Vimal does not. So if you want to have an even better version of Vimal, and you have a Sharma, then you're all set. He's incredible. I would love to have him. He's amazing early game. He falls off a little bit late game as well because of the ongoing damage, like I said. It'll be the same thing as with Chauntea. If people go back to Widow 10, he becomes even stronger. Even though you can actually use him in Steel Widow 11, unlike Chauntea, the ongoing damage will really just save a couple seconds off your runtime. So he's easily replaceable with Vimal. But your runs will be a couple seconds faster with him. He is the best at what he does. Next up is the best 4-star unit in the game on both of these lists. I'm sure everybody was expecting this, is Yoko. I still don't know if I'm pronouncing her name right, but she's amazing. She's on every arena every arena defense, and most people have their very best gear on her, myself included. I use her every chance I get. She's amazing. She has pretty much anything you can ask for. She has death prevention. She has defense break. She has blocks buffs. She has removes all debuffs. She has a heal. She has damage reduction. I mean, she's incredibly overpowered. She's one of the few units in the game that I would build 2 of, and I have built 2 of her already. I have one that's crazy high resistance and HP that I use for my arena defense, and I have another one that has crazy high accuracy where I use in dungeons and in arena offense. So that's it for the main list, but as you can see, 4 of those 5 units were light darks. So I made a second list that has her at the top of it still, but has only regular element units on the list the rest of the way. So coming in at number 5 on the only fire, wind, and water is Kendrick. So same thing as Harlow. I'm not a huge fan of his, but he's still one of the top 4 stars in the game in terms of the regular elements. He has an attack buff and a defense break. And if you're using him in co-op, this bombardment skill is really strong, as you can use it to break the shield, and then you can defense break, and then you can use your damage plus whatever damage dealers you're running it with will basically one-shot the boss in most situations. Coming in at number 4, we already talked about his brother Vimal, his brother Sharma, but Vimal comes in at number 4 on the list, mainly because he is mandatory for Steel Widow 11. He may end up dropping, again, like I said, he may end up dropping off as people stop doing Steel Widow 11, depending on how this patch changes things. But he is still really, really strong. I actually use him in my Steel Widow 10 team now, just because he can do what Manaz does, except he's doing it with the strip as well. The only thing he doesn't add is ongoing damage, but because I have the Dark Snake Lady and a Siege Tower, I really don't need the excess ongoing damage, so I can run him instead. Number 3 on the list has actually been a unit that I never wanted to build. I objected to her greatly at the beginning of the game. I don't really like the character art. I don't like the voice acting on her, but like I said about the Dark One, the fairies are crazy strong. They do amazing damage, and they pair really well with Rhoda. So the Nature Fairy Wink is coming in at number 3 on this list. And we already know the Water Magical Girl is the top on the list. So who is number 2? And why? The only reason that this person or this unit finishes ahead of Wink is because she is one of the most used arena offense units in the game that I can't find. There she is. Stella. So Stella, if you guys have never seen my arena offense videos or me play arena offense, I've used her. I used her in the video where I won 100 straight arena offenses, and I used her against every single team, and she just rips through everybody because of this ignores defense stellar beam at the end. As long as you have a stun on your units, she basically can one-shot anything. She took a little bit of a hit as the Magical Girls came into play, but I still used her exclusively, and now I still use her. I've got a new toy that I'm going to be making a video on probably tomorrow, so I've been trying to play around with him, but she's still amazing. She's top tier. As long as you keep her away from the Vampire's Try attack, you'll be fine. So she is number 2 on the list, followed by the Water Magical Girl. I hope this video gave you guys some insight as to what sort of 4 stars I look for and what sort of 4 stars I'm using in the game. The next one of these top 5 videos I'm going to make are the top 5 5-stars in the game. I've already done the top 5 3-stars. That video should be right in that corner over there. And if you hit that subscribe button up in that corner, that would really help me out. We are up over 830 subscribers already, on our way to 1,000. So yeah, don't forget to hit that button and check us out on Twitch tonight. We're starting on Twitch in about 45 minutes, which is about 5 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. I do have a bit of a surprise for you guys tonight. We talked about it a little bit on stream last night, but if you weren't on stream last night and you don't know what it's about, make sure you join us on Twitch tonight at twitch.tv/5fingershuffle, and we will see you then. Have a great night, guys.